Hello guys, welcome to Sophie's Kitchen and Events. So today I'll be teaching you how to make white soup, which is literally known as Nsala. So here are my ingredients. My catfish is here. I've actually washed it well, remove all the necessary things that need to be removed. So I wash it with hot water so that I will remove those sleepy parts of it. So it will be clean, so it won't spoil your soup. And here is my meat, my momo, dry fish, my crayfish, pepper, and my okbeyi. This my thickening. Here is my 2 leaves, which is otazi and ozoza. And here is my other seasoning, my black pepper, salt, chicken seasoning, grounded crayfish, so and some ozoza seed. So here are my ingredients. I've actually done my mise en place. So now we'll be steaming our meats for like 5 minutes. So I'll add them in the pot, then add some ingredients to it to make it spicy so it will be sweet. Then I'll cover my pot, allow it to steam for like 5 minutes before I'll be adding water to it. So let's get to other places. And now I'm using a yam flour for my thickener. A lot of people use different stuff for their thickener, like potato puree. Some people use cocoyam for their thickener. So but me, I prefer yam flour for it. Normally it's been you go pound your yam to make your white soup, but if you don't have, in absence of mortar, you can actually use yam powder so for your thickener. So let me blend my pepper and my crayfish and okbeyi for the soup. So I'm adding my yellow pepper into the blender and my okbeyi and the crayfish so I can blend. So this blender is actually a very good blender, Skinwood. Most of you that have it or you know about it, is a very good product. So add a little water to your blender so that it won't spoil your blender. So now I'll be adding water to my meat. It's actually 5 minutes. So add water to my meat so that I can now cook properly. Stir it well so that the whole ingredients can go well. Now it's done. So blend it well so that it's Nsala, so you don't want to see all those small things. I want to blend well. So I'm done. So now I'll be cutting my vegetables. First thing, I'll be cutting my ozoza leaf first. So I want to cut it very tiny. Most people don't like seeing leaves, but if you cut it very tiny, so you won't notice it that much. So cut it very tiny, my ozoza leaf, chop it very well. So my meat is actually done as I want, so I'll be adding my fish to the pot so it will cook well. So add my fish, then stir a little, then uncover it so that it will get some juice as well and have a tasty, so it will be tasty too. So I've covered my pot. Now get back to my cutting of my vegetable. Now I'm cutting my ozoza leaf, my otazi, sorry. So chop it very tiny too as well. So now my fish are actually cooked. I'm adding my fresh pomo. I'm using fresh pomo for this. Add my stockfish so it will cook well. So turn it so that it can actually get some tasty flavor. Then cover and allow. After that, I'll be bringing out my fish so it won't scatter inside the pot. So I can cook the meat and the pomo very well. Bring out my fish, all of them, so it won't scatter. Because if you allow it as you're turning your soup, it will scatter inside the pot. So bring all of them out. Then add your crayfish, your blended crayfish and pepper, and use water to rinse out your blender and add. We don't want to waste. So now I'll be making my thickener. I'll be mixing it with just cold water. I'll bring out the quantity I want, add cold water to it so I can get the texture that I want. So you won't use hot water so it won't have lumps. Preferable to use a cold water to dissolve your thickener. So this is the texture that I actually want for myself. If you want to make it more liquid, you can choose to add more water. So I'll be adding to the soup. See the soup as it's boiling with the meat inside. So I'll be adding it so that cut it small and add so it can actually help your soup to thicken. So I'll be cutting it as if I'm frying akara. Add it inside my soup. So if you want it more liquid, you can actually add more water, but this is the texture I want. Actually added all that. So now I'll be adding my vegetable. So the first thing I add is my otaze, so I can actually boil. So that those is it's bitter, but so that the bitter taste can actually cook a little bit. So it's not so bitter. So add it and turn it very well. Then cover my pot and allow it to cook a little before I'll be adding the ozaza leaf. So once you're done adding your leaves, then stir very well and allow to cook like 2 to 3 minutes before you add your fish. So I'll be covering it to allow to cook a little while before then now let me check my soup. Wow, this soup is giving, it's everything. It's tasty. So now I'll be adding my fish back to the pot. I'm done with all the stirring. So now my fish will be scattering. Just add up all the fish. Add all the fish back to the pot. Then cover it, allow it to cook like 5 minutes. Then your soup will be ready. So now I'll be covering my soup and allow to cook a little before we are done. Here, my soup is ready. It's looking so yummy. Oh my god. Can you see this? Even the pando is looking yummy. Can't wait to taste this. Oh god, so tasty. It is giving. This is just on point. So guys, here is your white soup. In your house, you just made it. No stress. There's nothing like what you made with your hands or at home. You can't get it anywhere. It's just the perfect. So here is our white soup is ready. Our ansara is ready. It's giving. It's everything that you'll ever want. So guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. If there is any question, just comment below and I will answer your questions. So love you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.